The point is to have fun. The point is to have fun and enjoy it. The most powerful application of this guided experience is through a mirathon. And you spend time with your inner life partner and your inner children. And you just practice living presence and allow for an energetic space of pure beingness to heal your brain and your body and liberate your consciousness. I welcome you to this super incredibly epic experience of inner child liberation. Hello, brave, beautiful, beloved soul friends. I have a super special gift for you. It is an incredible self-hypnosis session or a guided experience into imagination. And before I share the audio with you, I want to walk you through a few insights about this creation, including some of its benefits and various ways you can apply and utilize and enjoy this content creation. In summary, this guided experience of mystical imagination leads your present day self into a wondrous fairy tale where there's incredible healing, liberating experiences with the present day self of you and your 2-year-old, 5-year-old, and 9-year-old childhood self aspects, or 3 distinct aspects of your inner child. The duration of this audio is 1 hour and 20 minutes, and at the end of it, it invites you to continue playing with the imaginational scene that it's presented with, and so the experience can last from 1 hour and 20 minutes all the way up to 2 hours, just depending how long you want to play with it. On the surface, this is a guided experience to cultivate inner child liberation, but beyond the direct experience that you consciously are in tune with, there's a whole bunch of subconscious benefits unfolding in the unconscious body-mind to help neural wiring and parts of consciousness beyond awareness. To find out more about some of these benefits, please explore the video caption below. Okay, so there's actually several different ways that you can apply this, and I want to walk you through all of them. And you can use them in just one way, or you can try all of them. You can play with this as many times and in as many different ways as you want to. I've been playing with all different kinds of applications, and it's a totally different experience every time as my consciousness engages with this content creation. So you can really play with it and make the experience whatever you want it to be. The first option is to utilize this self-hypnosis session right before bed. You're laying in bed, you're relaxing, but you're not falling asleep just yet, and you put this on and you enjoy it for as long as you can stay awake for. And you might fall asleep 5 minutes into it, or you might fall asleep an hour into it, etc. But you can listen to it while laying down in bed right before or as you are falling asleep. Maybe you go to bed a little bit early before you're totally tired and you do the self-hypnosis and then you fall asleep. Or you lay in bed when you're really tired and you fall asleep 5 minutes into the self-hypnosis session and you let the experience of this creation guide you into your dream state for the night. The second option is to lay down when you're not going to sleep and very intentionally stay conscious for it. So I don't recommend doing this if you're very tired because you will fall asleep. The first time I used it, I totally fell asleep and missed like the core of the experience. It was pretty funny. So the second option is to lay down and not fall asleep, and you stay conscious and engaged in the experience through your internal imagination or your inner worlds. And so this could be maybe in the afternoon when you need like a little rest break, or late morning, or in the evening when you're not totally tired, maybe like before dinner or something like that. So you can lay down in bed, be super snug and cozy, and consciously engage in this experience while you stay awake. The third option is to use this self-hypnosis experience as just a fun story to listen to and not as a self-hypnosis experience at all. So you could be driving in your car or cleaning your bedroom or just maneuvering everyday moments, and you listen to this content creation as just a background story, and you continue moving through your realities, and instead of going fully into your imagination with your eyes closed, you just enjoy it as a really awesome story that you can listen to and enjoy with your consciousness. The fourth and most powerful way to apply this guided experience into imagination of consciousness is through a mirror-thon. And if you're not familiar with the concept of mirror-thons, I invite you to explore some of my content creations here on YouTube and also on my website, especially KristenWindsor.com/gifts. But a mirror-thon is kind of like running a marathon, but instead of running with your physical body, you're sitting in a chair in front of a mirror and connecting with your consciousness for extended periods of time. It could be 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 2 hours, 8 hours. But a mirror-thon is basically you using a mirror, you're standing or you're sitting, and applying some kind of self-love or meditative practice. There's infinite ways to apply mirror-thons, like literally infinite. Literally infinite. That's a whole other topic for a whole other time. But mirror-thons is just you spending time in a mirror with your self-essence in some way. And so the most powerful way to apply this self-hypnosis session or guided experience into consciousness and imagination is through a mirror-thon. And if you want to take this challenge and invitation, I have a few tips for you to get the most out of your experience. First, make sure you're sitting in a comfortable spot. A comfortable chair or a super cozy corner. Make sure you're comfortable. And because this is an extended period of time that you're sitting, I recommend taking a break halfway through to stretch out your body. If we sit for over an hour in one position without moving, it can actually cause stress on the body, I've learned. And so when I'm sitting at my desk, for example, every hour I make sure to take a little stretch break or go run around or something. So if you do take this challenge and you're sitting in a chair or sitting up in some way, please feel free to pause halfway through and go take a stretch break or do something to move your body around for at least 5 minutes before returning to the experience. A comfortable chair, take a stretch break halfway through for at least 5 minutes, and have some water or tea or something nearby so you can really be nestled into the experience and not need to like go get up and do something. Really have this time be completely focused for you in loving presence. And if you really want to make this the most incredibly powerful, transformatively wondrous, deeply dynamic, sacredly surreal, just awe-strikingly incredible experience, gather 3 or more pictures of your childhood self, especially ages 2, 5, and 9, or any other ages that you choose. It could be your 1-year-old self and your 4-year-old self and your 8-year-old self. It could be your 4-year-old self, your 7-year-old self, your 12-year-old self, but 3 distinct inner child aspects. The guided experience specifically says 2, 5, and 9-year-old inner child self aspects through the experience that it leads you through, the sacred power of your imagination. But it can be any distinct inner child aspects. So choose 3 inner child self aspects, such as ages 2, 5, and 9, or any others, and gather pictures of those childhood self aspects. Using tape or something of the kind, adhere those childhood pictures to the sides of your mirror. Okay, so you get like a tall mirror of some kind. Use a mirror at home. Maybe you go grab one from somewhere or something. Take a mirror off the wall. Have it be a decently large mirror, not just like a small mirror, but a mirror you can fully see yourself. Adhere childhood pictures, especially around ages 2, 5, and 9. And then as you are engaging in this experience, the self who is sitting in the chair, seeing and being aware, is the observational self. The self you are seeing in the mirror is your inner life partner, or your present moment self of the inner experiencer. And then the self you see in the childhood pictures are distinct aspects of your inner child. If you want to take your practice to the next level and really get the most out of this experience, apply it in a mirathon, and as you're sitting, the awareness of yourself who is seeing nurtures internal attachments with the present moment self of the inner life partner who is being seen in the mirror's reflection. And the observational self nurtures internal attachments with the inner child who is being seen through the pictures. Practicing distinction and connection between aspects of consciousness, as consciousness guides the brain and body to socially engage with itself, with an emphasis on liberating internal attachments. This is one of infinite ways to apply thesis number 29 of my Implicit Revelations case study, along with many other concepts I've been developing over the years. There's a lot of benefits to this beyond what you know about in the immediate moment, I promise you. And you can check out more insights about that in the video series that shares my 29th thesis statement and analysis and background and insights and all the miracles that have unfolded through it, etc. This is one of infinite ways where consciousness teaches the brain and the body to socially engage with itself, especially while nurturing internal attachments by practicing distinction and connection between specific aspects of consciousness. So comfy chair, cozy spot, super snug. The self who is sitting and seeing is the observational self, a space of pure presence and loving awareness. And the self who is being seen in the mirror is the inner life partner. And the self being seen in the pictures are distinct components or aspects of the inner child. And the observational self grows attached to the inner life partner and to the inner child while helping fulfill attachment needs in whatever way kind of just feels right in the moment. That's taking this to the maximum potential of this practice. You can always just sit back and with a mirror and your childhood pictures, just relax and do nothing and be nothing and just enjoy the experience. The most powerful application of this guided experience is through a mirathon, and you spend time with your inner life partner and your inner children, and you just practice living presence and allow for an energetic space of pure beingness to heal your brain and your body and liberate your consciousness. If you apply the first or the second way of utilizing this guided experience, you can still use childhood pictures to amplify your practice. Right before you go into the experience, as you're laying in bed, glance at these childhood pictures so you can get a visual of these aspects of your inner child. And then when you're in the guided experience, using your imagination, you can really project accurate details when you're seeing and engaging with aspects of your inner child. Another way to take this practice to the next level, and I recommend exploring this a few times, maybe like the first couple times you just listen to it and you don't apply any of these extra tips, and then after you become familiar with the experience, maybe you come back and rewatch this introduction and you play with some of the ideas, okay? So the point is to have fun. The point is to have fun and enjoy it, but as you have fun and enjoy it, there's next level ways to dive deeper into your own loving liberation. So listen to it, enjoy it just for the experience of it, but then if you enjoy it and want to have more of it, come back and explore this introduction again and see what tips and tricks you can apply to really make this even more powerful, okay? So another way to amplify the practice is while you are inside the guided experience of this session, you can shift your perspective from being your inner life partner or present moment self of the inner experiencer. And when you're in the imagination, then you're experiencing all these visual scenes like you are the self in your body who is in the experience. And then you can shift to being your observational self who is hovering above your body that's being imagined in this experience. And your observational self is witnessing your inner life partner. And this is another way to practice distinction and connection between self aspects. It's kind of like if you're playing like a computer or video game and there's like a button option to like shift views. Like I remember once upon a time, little Kristen liked to play Need for Speed. And you could be the person inside of the car and you're driving and your perspective is your hands on the steering wheel being inside of the car, and you click a little button and it jumps you out and you're hovering aerial view, so you're right over the car watching the entire vehicle move. And you could shift different perspectives in this game. It's kind of like that. And so you can play with it and shift from being your present moment self of the inner life partner in the experience where you're perceiving things from behind your own eyes as your body is imagined into the experience. Or you can shift to being an energetic space above your body and you're witnessing your inner life partner in the experience. And so there's a lot of different ways you can kind of play with this, different ways of practicing distinction and connection between aspects of consciousness, especially the observational self, the inner life partner, and distinct aspects of the inner child. And just practicing and playing with these ideas can really amplify internal power along the everyday healing journey. There's a couple free gifts that I have for you beloved soul friends, including tips for the observational self in everyday life, and details about that are available in the video caption, so please do explore that. They can help in the application of this content creation and all other arenas of everyday healing journey through life stuffness, so please do check those out. If you enjoy this guided experience or any other of my content creations, I do invite you to explore healing journey offerings through my consciousness consultancy. I create personalized affirmation sessions, personalized self-hypnosis sessions. I have one-on-one consciousness consultation calls through audio or video calls ranging from 30 minutes to 2 hours. I have a variety of healing journey programs and practices available through videos and playbooks and all different kinds of programs. Some of them apply for the healing journey for just like a few months kind of a thing, and you can use them every day or once a week or once a month for an extended period of time. And some of them dive even deeper and they can be used for many, 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 many years, where it's continuously cultivating even deeper layers of total transformation in the unconscious body-mind to liberate consciousness to new depths and new layers of incredible awesomeness. I also have my Implicit Revelations gift package, which shares the best of my case study from the past several years, and there's the known documentary series that is freely available for all beloved soul friends. And as a branch off of Kristen's Consciousness Consultancy, I have Compassionately Evolved Consciousness, which is a store that has over 100 original merchandise creations, from different kinds of clothes to different kinds of dishware and bags. There's a whole bunch of super many mega magics, all with uplifting words or specific styles of themes or affirmations. Every single one is created with an intention of love and magnificent empowerment to uplift the everyday healing journey through life. And you can find out more about each of those in the description. There's a whole bunch of variety and lots of mini mega magic. So if you enjoy this guided experience or any of my other content creations, I do invite you to explore further offerings, and you can find out more about that in the video description below. And one final tip: you can use headphones if you want to for this guided experience. It's really up to you. I've used it with headphones and without headphones, and they both had benefits and awesomeness. So please feel free to play with that as well. You can use headphones if you'd like, and if you don't want to, then that's totally fine too. So without further ado, I welcome you to this super incredibly epic experience of inner child liberation. I had so much fun creating this, so much fun experiencing it, and now so much fun sharing it. So please enjoy it and make it your own and have just an incredible adventure with your inner life partner, your inner child, and every aspect of your incredibly perfect consciousness. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being you, and I will see you later in some other incredible cosmic connection of magical energetic wonder. I'm sending you so much love and so much light. The best is yet to come, and we have only just begun. This healing journey invites us all. Namaste, soul friends. The love and light in my divine consciousness. See and honor the love and light in your divine consciousness. Have a blissful, blessed, and beautiful day, and I will see you again soon. Greetings, brave, beautiful, beloved soul friends. Welcome to the Self-Hypnosis experience, a guided exploration to experience loving liberation in brand new ways. Whenever you're ready, find a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down. Close your eyes and fully relax yourself into the sacred divine power of this now moment. Allow yourself to become comfortable. Feel the space where you are sitting or lying down. Rest your body into this space, and then let your body go. Breathe a little deeper. Soften your muscles, releasing any tension that might be restricting the flow of love and presence. Now that you are sitting comfortable, just take a few deep breaths with me to fully center yourself in this moment and release everything else, letting go of the world and of life and even of yourself as you think you know it. Breathe in. Breathe in as deeply as you can, and then pause for a moment before exhaling as slowly and expansively as you possibly can. Once your lungs are completely emptied, pause for another moment before gently inhaling and feeling the life force trickle into your nostrils and flow into the space of your miraculous being. And as you breathe in, feel the refreshing, crisp air greet you with a sense of unconditional love. For you never need to do anything to be worthy of receiving the loving life that floats through the air all around you. Pause for a moment and then exhale. Maybe make a sound when you exhale and just release, 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 let go, let go, let go, release, 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 let go, let go, let go, let go. And then just when you think you've let go of everything, let go a little bit more than that. continue like this, breathing in and breathing out. And direct the internal energy of your divine consciousness to exclusively notice the sacred powers of your breath and your heartbeat, and allow the vibration of your loving presence to be more dominant than any element of experience, any element of life, any thoughts or any feelings. Feel into the space of your breath and your heartbeat, and allow love and presence to be louder than anything else. Any thoughts or any feelings or any element of life experience, past, present, or future, it all dissolves because love and presence are louder than anything. Love and presence are stronger than anything. Your connection with your breath and your heartbeat are stronger than anything. Continuously return to this space of connecting with the love of your heartbeat and the presence of your breath. For in that space, the power of your consciousness is infinite. Continue breathing deeply, letting go and recentering in the sacred power of your love and presence. And now we shall begin our adventure. I welcome you into your imagination, activating an energetic space in the center of your brain, between and beyond your physical eyes, into an energetic eye that can perceive a mystical reality yet to be known by your heart. Breathe deeply and let go. 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 You are lying in your bed. It is the morning time, and you are just waking up. You can feel the mattress beneath your body. You feel the pillow beneath your head. You feel the covers draped across your body, holding you in sacred love. And as your present-day self wakes up, you rise from bed, and immediately you are thinking about all of the things that you need to do, all of the life stuff that's just automatically occurring. You glance around you and notice all the things that need to be done. Your mind drifts to all the responsibilities that you have. And immediately, the energy of your own life force seems restricted. But you do not much notice that, because this is just the normal. This is just life. This is just the way that things are. So why try to fight it or change it when this is just how life is, right? And so you are here in a morning of a new day, but you see, this is a brand new day. This is not a day like any other day. This is not a day that has ever happened before. But somehow you forget that, because every day seems to be a repeat of the previous day. And so you are about to discover that this is indeed a day that has never happened before.
for the mystical, magical wonders that are opt to leak into your reality are limitless. But you do not yet know that, so I shall not spoil the surprise. You stand in the space of your living area, and you begin to mundanely, monotonously proceed through your morning routine. Your routine is there, and you are there, so you go through the motions, and you do this thing, and you do that thing, but there isn't much sense of loving presence because it's just another day and things are just the way that they are and the way that they've always been, and you're just feeling the same old feelings, and there's just kind of only a half sense of aliveness in your veins because this is just the way life is, right? This is just the way life is. You suddenly start to feel sensations inside of your body. And they're not the most pleasant sensations. And what? No, I don't want to feel this way. And then you can't help but chuckle because you know that they're just feelings, they're just thoughts. It's not who you are, and yet they're there. But you decide to chuckle anyway. And so you proceed through your routine, but there's something in the back of your mind that wonders if maybe this is a new day, and maybe it doesn't need to be the way that every other day has been, because this day, the way that it's always been, does not give you what you want. It does not help you feel joy, it does not help you feel peace, it does not help you feel freedom, it does not help you feel love. The way that things have always been are restricting the authentic spirit of your true being. And a part of you knows that, but then other parts of you feel like life is life and there's not much choice and you just need to go on as things have been, right? But suddenly, the day takes a turn for the miraculous and the mysterious, and a mystical fairy-like creature comes barging into your living space. This fairy-like creature is about 3 feet tall and flying on precious sacred wings. There's a transparent-like feature about this fairy, and you are so shocked at seeing this fairy burst into your door that you literally try to touch your body and you're like, am I awake? Am I dreaming? Is this really happening? What is going on? This is so weird. This is just another boring, ordinary day where I'm only half alive for it because it's just the same things that have always been happening. But is this real life? You're standing in your living space. You can feel your feet on the ground. You can feel the air on your skin. You know you're here. You know you're alive. You know you're truly experiencing this. And the implausible wonder of it captivates your heart and allows you to let go of your mind. Feel present with your body and completely open your heart in ways you've never felt. You didn't know your heart could be this open to a brand new moment of experience. You didn't know that you could feel a sense of childlike wonder, and yet you're here and you're curious. You're so curious that you throw logic out the window, and instead of trying to categorize the experience, you simply flow with it. And so the door to your living space bursts wide open, and this fairy-like creature comes flying in, approximately 3 feet tall. There's not a specific gender or expression. It's a very abstract, fairy-like creature in comfortable-looking clothes made exclusively from things of nature, different styles of leaves and flowers and flower petals and little pieces of tree bark create the clothes that this fairy-like creature is wearing. And without any particular origin or gender, this 3 feet tall fairy-like creature has the most stunning wings you've ever seen. Like, you could not even fathom the complex beauty of these wings. The design is so intricate, and they shimmer. They non-stop shimmer and glisten and sparkle. It's incredible. You're absolutely captivated by these fairy wings as they shimmer and glisten and sparkle. And this fairy-like creature bursts into your living space and addresses you by name. And now you're even more startled and more taken aback and more shocked and jolted out of the automated reality you instinctively know. For this is an impossible experience, and yet it is absolutely happening. This fairy-like creature bursts in out of nowhere and immediately addresses you by name. With a big smile and so much love in their heart. And as you make eye contact with this fairy-like creature who addresses you by name, you feel like your spirit is being swallowed whole by their eyes. When you look into the eyes of this fairy-like creature, it is as if you are looking into the infinite galaxies themselves. It's as if the entire Milky Way galaxy exists in each of their eyes. And you feel immediately taken to a knowing of inner expansiveness. An inner expansiveness that has felt restricted, an inner expansiveness that has felt reduced, an inner expansiveness that has felt limited. Until now, and in this moment, that expansiveness starts to ignite in your heart and your spirit. And it sends tingles of joyful bliss through your body. And as your eyes meet the galaxies in the eyes of this fairy-like creature who flutters and flies and hovers directly before you in your living space, you suddenly dissolve all sense of your own self. It is instinctive. It is effortless. It is easy. The life that you are not so excited about getting to in this day suddenly doesn't exist anymore. There are no to-do lists. There are no responsibilities. There is just this moment as you are lost in the transcendent fairy tale. As your eyes drown in the eyes of this fairy-like creature where the entire Milky Way galaxy exists in each of their eyes. And this fairy-like creature addresses you by name, captivating your attention, causing your soul to fully tune in. For if this creature knows exactly who you are and where you are, there must be a reason that you are here. There must be a reason for this experience. And they address you by name and express, I want you to come with me. And nothing else is said, but you don't question it because of this sacred, powerful pull you feel in your heart, where your mind has released all logic and your life as it exists has subtly dissolved in the backdrop of your consciousness, and you feel an expansive curiosity and a sacred pull inside of your heart to follow this adventure wherever it might lead, without conditions and without attachments and without fear. And so this fairy-like creature begins to fly out the door, and you follow them without question. And you can't explain it, but you feel a deep peace and a gentle joy about following them. Yes, you are abandoning everything you think you know and everything you are expecting to experience today, but that seems to be completely okay with you right now, and in the deepest regions of your heart, you feel completely content and satisfied with your decision to follow this fairy-like creature. And this fairy-like creature flutters and flies, and you are instantaneously teleported to a mystical place. It is like a street, but more enchanting. It is like a road, but somehow has a different energy to it, where it is as if you are in a fairy tale, and all the colors seem brighter, and the air itself seems to greet you with a sense of unconditional love. And you notice the beauty of life in a deeper way than you've ever felt in your heart. And as you watch birds flying through the sky, you feel like you've never actually truly seen birds flying before. The sense of awestruck wonder you feel within you grows in its expansive wonder. The blueness of the sky is a deeper richness than you've ever known. On either side of this road are plants, so many different kinds of plants. So many different kinds of plants. So many. Oh my goodness, and there's even more. Look over there. There's another kind of plant you've never seen before. Dozens and dozens of different kinds of plants, and they all have different depths of green to them, and they all have different styles of flowers and blossoms and fruits stemming from their branches. And look over there, there's another kind of plant. You didn't know that kind of plant could even possibly exist. You feel like, what is life but one great big mystical experience? You are surrounded in magic, and you didn't know that this was here. More importantly, you didn't know that you were here. Did you know that this you is always here? Did you know that this you, experiencing this moment, is always here, wanting to be in love and presence? You start to feel shifts in your body as spaces of energy release and relax where they have not ever been able to release and relax before. Pent-up emotions you didn't even know you had, tension in your body you did not even know you had, suddenly begins to release and melt, and these energies drip away from your body. These energies melt away from your body, and this happens so effortlessly. And as you continue following this fairy-like creature as they fly in front of you down this road, you start to notice something on the ground beneath you. Liquid gold. Liquid gold is dripping at your feet. Where is this liquid gold coming from? You look around, baffled and confused, and then you look down to your body and you realize that this liquid gold is coming off of you. You realize that this liquid gold is leaking off of your body as all of your aches, all of your pains, all of your worries, all of your sorrow, all of your pent-upness, all of your anguish, all of your restriction, all of your doubt, all of your fear, all of your depression, all of your anxiety is being transmuted and dripping off of your body, and you start to feel this release flowing from you. You start to feel spaces open up inside of you that you didn't even know existed. You start to feel things inside of you that you didn't know existed. And in this process, maybe your body shakes a little. Maybe your hands or arms begin to tremble. Maybe you start to cry and you don't know why. Maybe you start to laugh and you don't know why. But you allow this process to flow through you because there is a force of your true spirit greater than you've ever known, and it is flowing through you now with such strength and such love and such courage and such gentle tenderness. You cannot restrict this flow, and as this flow permeates you, you shed and you release anything that has happened in your human experience that has limited the expansiveness of your true nature, the expansiveness of your authentic spirit. You shed anything that has ever happened. Not looking at any experience, because experience does not matter. Do not look at what has happened. Do not look at the events that has caused these energetic blockages. If anything arises, simply redirect towards the fact that you are dripping gold right now. You are walking in this mystical, fairy-like tale wonder on this beautiful road, surrounded by nature and all her glories, and being led by a mystical fairy-like spirit about 3 feet tall, gorgeous wings extending from their body, and they are flying before you, leading you in divine grace. And so, as things arise within your unconscious body-mind, you do not ever need to look at the particulars of past experiences to release the energies from your being. And you breathe deeply, and as you breathe deeply, you breathe in more of this authentic bliss that has been restricted. You breathe in more of this authentic joy that has been reduced. You breathe in more of this authentic peace that has been hiding within your soul, waiting to be discovered. Yadvora mashai kokoriati, groi ivari kokoria yavashair, kikare yavashikotor yavamarke kokokayamar, grekatia ijo yavamarke kootora avamashai, grekatia ijo kotor yavar, greikorotia yavamarke kokoria vati, dreki ati aja yavamarke, groi ikayatar ve imashe Kayati, Groyavamashe, Kotiavamar, Kekai, Ati, Ojiavamar, Kakai, Yari, Kokoyatiar, Vemash, Kiatrar, Kokoria, Yavos, Kotiavama. Krekatia, Jo, Utuava, Mukuria, Veshkaya, I tukurari vashai kokoria vamari kikai grikashia veama groi ivoi tu groi katia ijoya vamar kekaya shiotoria veama ishekaya Gukoya mashe grekaya tiari voyareyava gushkia metiari voru igare karo koishkaya taro vaikari agokoya mashe kikoya shia. Gold is dripping from your body. Gold is dripping from your body. Gold is dripping from your body as you release. Gold is dripping from your body as you shed. Gold is dripping from your body as you let go. Gold is dripping from your body as you let go, let go, let go, let go. Release, 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 release. Let go, let go, let go, let go. Release, 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 release. Let go, let go, let go, let go. Release, release, release. And you look at your body, and your arms are melting gold, dripping gold off them, almost like a full body sweat. But you're not feeling sweaty. And it's not sweat, it's gold. It's actual gold. It's real life liquid gold. And it's dripping from your fingertips, and it's dripping from your arms, and it's dripping from your shoulders, and it's dripping from your hips, and it's dripping from your belly, and it's dripping from your back. And this liquid gold is dripping from your neck, and this liquid gold is dripping from your head and dripping from your eyebrows. And suddenly you notice that you are crying tears of liquid gold. You are crying tears of liquid gold. It does not even feel like you are crying, and yet this liquid gold is pouring from your eyes. Liquid gold pours from your ears and your nose and your mouth, and it drips down your body and onto the ground before you. And then, as this liquid gold reaches the ground underneath your feet, it miraculously, rapidly, very quickly, with a force of its own, not just being pulled by gravity, but being pulled by some other force, this liquid gold drips down your body onto the ground, and suddenly the entire path before you starts to become liquid gold as this liquid gold travels out ahead of you. Looking at the path that is before you, this commonplace road suddenly starts to become solid gold as this liquid gold flows in front of you and transforms the pathway that you are walking, so that the steps you are about to take are now steps grounded in liquid gold turned solid. The abstract energies oozing from your body became a solidified reality that you are now stepping into. And you continue walking this fairytale-like path. The fairy is still flying in front of you. There are still dozens and dozens, if not hundreds, of unique types of plants surrounding you on either side. Beautiful birds of all varieties soaring way up in the sky, very, very high, very far away, and some that are very, very close, fluttering right across your path. And as you are in this space of mystical, magical wonder, dripping gold from your body, the path before you now shimmering and glistening with gold, you see a tall palm tree up ahead of you to the right side of this golden path. It is a very, 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 very tall palm tree. You kind of crane your neck upwards just to see the top of it because it extends so high up. And its trunk is quite large as well. Not a skinny trunk, it is a very, very large tree trunk. If you had tried to wrap your arms around it, you could not reach your fingertips on the other side because it is that wide and large. And you continue gently, peacefully, joyfully, mystically walking on this path. And you notice this large tree up ahead of you to the right side of this golden road. And suddenly, a child who is about 9 years old pokes their head out from behind the tree. At first, you just notice that it is a child. They pop their head out, and then they go back to hiding behind the tree trunk. And then they pop their head back out and look at you, and then they hide themselves behind the tree trunk. They are playing a game called Peer a Surprise. It's kind of like peek-a-boo, but it's called Peer a Surprise. Instead of peeking, you're peering, and instead of a boo, startle, it is a happy surprise. In this mystical land, there is a game kind of like peek-a-boo, but it is called Peer a Surprise, and this child is playing this game of Peer a Surprise. And they're playing it with you. They're playing it with you. And it almost seems like this child knows you and feels connected with you, but you don't know them right away, and you're very curious about a child feeling so free and blissful and open-hearted enough to play with someone they've never met before. You continue walking, very slowly drawing closer with the tree. It's a little distance, so you're slowly approaching it. And this child continues to peek their head out from behind the giant tree trunk, and then hide themselves behind it again. And then they peer out from it, and they smile at you with a giggle that echoes across the land. Oh, how their giggle echoes. Oh, how their giggle echoes. Even if it's a seemingly small giggle, it's like the air is channeling their laughter through a megaphone and allowing it to ripple across time and space to permeate every open heart in the universe. Oh, how their giggle echoes. And you can't help to feel a giggle inside of you. You're not letting it erupt just yet, but you can feel it coming up from your heart, wanting to come out of your throat. But you're still learning to open your heart, and that's okay. All great things take time, and there is no greater thing than opening your heart to the magic of your own existence. And as you continue walking, you grow more open to this child, more receptive to their laughter and their play. And as you go closer, you can hear them, and as they pop their head out from behind the tree trunk, they say, "Pure surprise!" Kind of like someone saying peekaboo. And then they hide themselves behind the tree trunk again in great fun. And as you draw closer, you suddenly start to feel sensations in your body that you did not know were even possible to feel. For this child that is playing pure surprise from this giant palm tree and this mystical fairy tale-like experience where you are still dripping gold from you as you release what no longer serves you, as you release and shed all layers of illusion and limitation and restriction from the authentic expansiveness of your true spirit, true nature, true being. You start to feel sensations inside of you because you recognize this child. This is not a stranger. This is not a child you've never known or never met. This is not a random child. You recognize this child. They are 9 years old. And this 9-year-old child is you. This 9-year-old child is you. You feel things in your body you did not know were possible as you fully connect with the reality that you are seeing your 9-year-old childhood self peeking out from behind this tree. You notice their face and their hair and the style of clothing that they wear, but they're not wearing ordinary clothes. They're not wearing the boring fabric clothing of the average human being. Instead, they are wearing clothes similar to those of the fairy-like creature you are following. They are clothes made exclusively from things of nature, various styles of leaves and flowers, and even little bits of pine cones or tree bark. And yet, they are very comfortable clothes, you can tell, because your 9-year-old childhood self seems very blissfully free in these clothes made exclusively of nature's magic. And you are amazed at how deeply you connect with this 9-year-old child. You are amazed at how deeply you sink into loving presence with your 9-year-old childhood self. And it's incredible because in this space, you are connected with that aspect of you, not the aspects of experience that your 9-year-old childhood self might unconsciously remember, but you are connected with the actual self of the 9-year-old child version of you. You are not looking at any experiences or memories, but you are simply seeing that aspect of you here in this brand new mystical moment where you are walking on a golden path surrounded by nature of all varieties, dripping gold from your body as you continuously release and shed what no longer serves you, while you follow this 3-foot-tall fairy-like creature who flies in front of you. And the bigness of the blue sky feels even bigger than you've ever known, and the colors of the plants seem brighter than you've ever felt, and even the air that you're breathing has a crispness and freshness and sense of life-giving love that you have not felt in the air before. And so in this space, you connect with the essence of your 9-year-old childhood self, the truth of the being they are beyond any experience, the truth of the being that they are beyond anything they ever encountered in your human life. You connect with the authentic essence of this 9-year-old child. And you continue to drip gold off your body as you release what no longer serves you. As you let go of anything that has restricted you from connecting with the fullness of all of you. And you continue walking, and then you start to play Pure Surprise, a game kind of like peekaboo. You start to play Pure Surprise back with this 9-year-old child, and you pretend to be startled when they pop out from behind the tree, which makes them engage even more, and they giggle and they laugh and they play. And you pretend to be startled when they pop out from behind the tree again, and that just makes them giggle harder. And then finally you giggle and you laugh out loud and you feel it in your bones. This giggle has been rising up in you, but you had restricted it. But now your heart is opening to such degrees it can't be stopped, and you let this laughter outside of your body and you feel it deeply. You allow this laughter to erupt from you as you play Pure Surprise with your 9-year-old childhood self, releasing, letting go, letting in more love, letting in more light, letting in more peace, letting in more bliss, letting in more joy, and allowing it to permeate the cells of your body and expand the energy of your essence. And as you continue walking towards this tree, you're getting closer and closer now. You suddenly see another small child darting across the path. They come from behind another tree to the left, and they run across the path right in front of you, and they join the 9-year-old child behind the tree to the right. You only got a brief glimpse of them, so at first you weren't sure. But this child seems to be about 5 years old. And you hear them giggling and laughing and playing and feeling a space of lightness in their heart, and that makes you feel a space of lightness in your heart. And then suddenly, a 5-year-old child starts to play pure surprise with you. They pop out from behind the tree, and then they hide behind it again, and they pop out from behind the tree, and then they hide behind it again. And as they continue to play pure surprise with you, you realize that this is the 5-year-old childhood self of you. And as you directly look at the 5-year-old childhood self of you, you dissolve barriers around your heart, allowing the you that you are today to connect more deeply with the smallest little aspects at the core of you. You are safe. You are loved. And you are supported in this journey of healing. You are encouraged towards this loving liberation. The big expansiveness of the blue sky and the beautiful colors of the plants all around you, and the miraculous shimmering wonders of the golden path before you, as liquid gold continues to drip from your body and solidify in front of you. This space is so wonder-filled, and you start to play pure surprise, kind of like a game of peekaboo, with your 5-year-old childhood self and your 9-year-old childhood self, as they both pop out from behind the tree and then hide again behind it. And you can hear their small little voices say, "Pure surprise," as they pop out from behind the tree and show their faces to you, and you fully recognize and resonate and connect with the reality that this is indeed your 5-year-old and 9-year-old childhood self that you see. And you pretend to be surprised, and you allow joy to erupt in your heart, and you laugh and you giggle and you play, and you embrace this brand new moment of experience and the mystical, magical wonders that it has to offer. And you feel your heart expand as any worries or fears or doubts, any anguish that may have been reducing the lightness of your spirit and your heart, starts to dissolve and is transmuted into liquid gold that completely leaves your body, completely leaves the space of your energy, and then solidifies a path of gold before you, as darkness is transmuted into light, struggles transmuted into opportunity, heaviness transmuted to lightness, despair transmuted into love. Any focus on experience transmuted into conscious focus on the inner experiencer of your divine consciousness. And you play pure surprise with these two small children, and now you are just a few feet away from the tree, as you've been very slowly walking on this golden path. You are just a few feet away from the tree now. You are so close with them. You are so close to them. Your heart starts to erupt in an excited ecstasy of unstoppable joy. You are so close to your 5-year-old self. You are so close to your 9-year-old self. They are right here. There's no separation. You are reunited with the foundational aspects of you as all of you becomes free from the restrictions and bondages and limitations that experience might have placed on you. For at the core of you is this essence of freedom and lightness and bliss and childlike wonder. And you start to remember who you are. You start to remember the power of your being. You start to remember the joy of your spirit. You start to remember who you truly are. You feel deep sensations swirling within you, dancing like a cosmic ray of 200 trillion colors that you've never seen before. And these colors swirl and they dance and they flow and they erupt from within you. And the reductions of physicality dissolves as you melt into a space of energetic being, which feels so different from the physical doing that you have been used to. The physical doingness encoded in your being is ripped out of your body and replaced with this love light encoding of energetic being. Iadovore mashe kokori atia roka yamashe kreke amatia jeovo kokori atiar markaya tia jo iave mara ke kaya mashivoy krekaya matio koro kakaya shivari koya kikora tia kaya masheo tia vagora dia she trakaya tia. As you are just a couple feet away from these two children behind a tree, you are suddenly enveloped by 100,000 fairies. And these are much smaller than the fairy-like creature who has led you here. These fairy-like creatures are approximately 6 inches tall. Some of them a little shorter, some of them a little taller. But these are smaller fairy-like creatures, and 100,000 of these tiny, precious little fairies fly into your experience and surround you with unconditional love as they dance and they play in the energy and the atmosphere around you, encircling you and these two small children, your 5-year-old and 9-year-old childhood self aspects. And these fairies, in a great chorus of love and light, begin to sing of a mystical cosmic language, encoded with divine activations to invite you into the sacred knowing of your true authentic being, with an emphasis on inner child liberation. For the liberation of your inner child is the liberation of your divine consciousness, and the liberation of your inner child is your expansion into your authentic, true essence, which is what you have been always craving your entire life. Everything that has ever happened has always been a pursuit of knowing who you are. And in this moment, you are welcomed into an energetic space of being that dissolves anything that has ever restricted from knowing your true self, knowing your expansive self, knowing your inner child liberated. And your 5-year-old and 9-year-old childhood self now come out from behind the tree, no longer playing pure surprise. They come out and they walk towards you as 100,000 small fairies surround you and begin to sing. Yadrei vokoyati ajei voyama kakaiska yamati kroikayeta jivorika kayamoti ajea veaturu gorakeyati avoski yamate krakaita ushayava marke kuruti ajei trekatya ijuave mataria korokaiska yamati okokoyamashe avara Kokoitaya motia shekar ivoikaya mate ikokoya mashe avari korekaya she korokaya she atioya viamar koyokaya she atioya vamar koyokaya she Kaya Shayatioya Vamar. And your 5-year-old and 9-year-old childhood selves walk up to you. And then something happens that makes your heart open even deeper. These two children in front of you, as you are in the most beautiful space you could ever imagine, surrounded by 100,000 little fairies, small angelic orbs of light and love, encouraging this divine union with your inner essence. The two children in front of you look behind them back at the tree. And the 5-year-old child says towards the tree, "You can come out now." And the 9-year-old child in front of you says, "It's okay, it's safe. You can be seen." And you look at the tree with a great curiosity. And from behind the tree, a 2-year-old child toddles out. This tiny, sacred, precious little being. You see this 2-year-old child step out from behind the tree, and you notice how small they are, the preciousness of their face, the tiny softness of their hands. This 2-year-old child is an aspect of you. The you that you are today almost forgot how tiny and precious and sacred this 2-year-old self-aspect truly is. And as you witness this 2-year-old child come out from behind the tree, you watch them toddle towards you, for they have not fully progressed through acquiring all necessary skill sets to confidently walk as a grown adult might, or even an older child might. And their legs are so tiny and so short. Their steps are very small, and several uneven, wobbly, flubbery-like steps are taken just to move across a small space. And something in you lets go. You don't even know what you're letting go of, and that's okay. But something in you lets go. And you let it go, even though you don't know what you're letting go of. You just let go. And this 2-year-old child wiggles and wobbles and waddles towards you, and you smile from ear to ear. You can't help but fall in love with this little child. So small, so sacred. You hardly even recognize that they are you because they are so small, and you forget how precious you have always been. You forget how tender your heart always is, beyond the layers of who you think you're supposed to be now. And this 2-year-old child comes and joins your little group. The 2-year-old walks between the 5 and 9-year-old and holds their hand. The 5-year-old child holds the 2-year-old's hand, and the 2-year-old holds the 9-year-old's hand, and they stand together in front of you. Surrounded by 100,000 fairy-like creatures, you simply stay in a space of loving presence with these 3 children, and you pour love into them. You see them for who they truly are, not for any experiences that ever happened. That is completely irrelevant now. You are just here with these aspects of you. And in this space of pure presence, you can't help but feel unconditional love for these 3 children. The 2-year-old, 5-year-old, and 9-year-old aspects of your inner child. And you simply stay in this space and allow everything else to fade away as you return to the love at the core of your essence. A love that is always available to you when you choose to recognize it, when you create space to invite it and honor it. And the you that you are today pours love into these 3 children while being in this place of unimaginable beauty on Mother Earth. Mama Gaia, surrounded by the infinite sky and the expansive earth. So many colorful, bright scenes of nature, from the plants to the sky. And small little creatures begin to poke their heads out from all the plants. Little squirrels and chipmunks over there, and little bunny rabbits and deer over there. Beautiful birds singing wonderful songs. Oh, how the birds sing. The birds have such a beautiful melody. How on earth does a tiny creature like that know how to sing such a harmonic tune? In this place of unimaginable beauty, where even the air itself feels like love. You create space for loving presence with these 3 children. And you see them for the magic that they truly are. As 100,000 small fairies, sparkling and glistening with all kinds of light streaming from their beings. This group of fairies surrounds you and sings and speaks melodies of a language that you have never known, and yet you know deeper than you know anything else. Simply create space to receive this space of energetic being and loving presence, dropping into your heart, releasing the mind as you think you know it, and prioritizing energetic being and loving presence. As you pour love into these 3 small children and receive the love that is surrounding you right now. 100,000 small fairies continue flying, and they say, Yadavori kashkia mari kokoriati, groi ivataro vokogo goyamashe. Grakatia ijoyava marke kayamati, groi ivatia maro kokoriatia jeyava mar. Grekatia ijokoriatia maro koro kikayamashe. Grakatia ijokokoriava mar. Grekatia ijoyava marke koriatia veshaya makia. Grakatia ijukukuya matiar. Vakyama shea kiamare vashi. Kukoyama tiave, kukoya shiave. Grakatia sheavar. Kukoyama ishave, yakayama sheiva. 100,000 little fairies, each one of them just being a few inches tall, as they fly around you and above you, they start to celebrate this divine union of the you that you are today and your 2-year-old, 5-year-old, and 9-year-old childhood self aspects, as the essence of you begins to unite in a sacred, harmonious union of loving presence and energetic being. The fairies start to dance and swim through the air, twirling around one another in great celebration of your courage to be here. And they continue to sing. And you let these energies penetrate your heart without question and without needing to understand. You simply allow love and presence, energetic being, and the dance of the cosmos to erupt in celebration of you just being you for you. Yavokoisha yavame kataya vikoya shiave ikaria. Trekatya ijo yavamaikaye. Trekatya ijo yavamari kokoya tikaya shea. Vikoya mashea vakai tukuru ivaisharke koya. Trekatya ijo yavamari kokoya tijareva. Ikayama shiyake yatiya vamake trakati yoshiya vamari kakaya tiya vamashe kakai tishaya vomake yashe trakati yashe yovokoya tiyar Kashia te avamore care dreavo kukoya masheya triava sheya gokoria tiava mare gokoya shareva trikatya ijoya vamarkeya de yakia sheyo vame trika Katya ijoya vamarko koya shigai taro voya ke. Trekatya ijoya vamaki yashe yakia doya vamariko kuya. Trakaya tia joya vamarke. Treyava koya tijare kar. Tokoriade amashkia dorava mashea tri. Kayatia vor. Kekaya machia toro kakaya tia veja karevadora kar. Treyava shoikaya mashia vare kore tia jar. Kekaya mashiori kikaya she. Treyava shoikaya mare tar. Krekatia she vokori ave yamatikaya veshar. The union of your present-day self and these 3 small children in front of you seems to be bringing the entire world around you great joy. The plants suddenly start to grow, not just like gradual, slow growth that you see over time, but immediate growth where you're literally watching all of the plants around you immediately grow bigger and taller and stronger and more bright and more beautiful. Flowers suddenly start to blossom immediately. It happens right away. It's like the whole world is suddenly erupting in expansive wonder and growth and brightness and brilliance and color and magic. All because of your courage to come home to these aspects at the core of your being. And the plants start to grow and the birds start to gather and sing even stronger and greater melodies and tunes. And the deer start to hop and jump and play and kick and buck and prance. And it's like all of life is coming alive in celebration of you. And you stay in this space and you let your imagination grow the experience into anything you want it to be. Perhaps you skip down the golden road with these 3 children holding hands with them. Perhaps you all gather around a tree and hold hands and dance in a circle around the tree. Perhaps you spend time with these 3 children and pick flowers and make chains and necklaces and fairy crowns with the flowers. Perhaps you invite fairies to come land on your arms and your shoulders. And then one little fairy comes and lands on your nose and the noses of your childhood self aspects, and you all start to giggle together. Remain in this space and allow the magic to take you where it wants to. You can add anything to the scene or shift it in any way that you want. Maybe a hammock appears and you cuddle these 3 children. Perhaps little waterfalls start to appear and you play in the water. Perhaps you enjoy feeling the fresh, firm ground beneath your bare feet. Perhaps you play with the liquid gold dripping from your body like it's Play-Doh, and you start to make solid objects out of gold with your inner children. Perhaps horses appear and you jump on their backs and start to gallop off onto a random beach that suddenly appears. Stay in this space and make it your own adventure as the you that you are today releases all conceptualizations of reality, releases all ordinary experiences of the mind, and dives straight into the heart where magic is endless and love is expansive and liberation is inevitable. And have new moments of experience. As the you that you are today, with this 2-year-old child, this 5-year-old child, and this 9-year-old child. And linger here for as long as you would like. For you are safe to liberate yourself now. You are free to come home to you. You are welcomed into this infinite space of energetic being and loving presence, where you have infinite power to cultivate loving liberation. Play with this experience and make it your own, and linger for as long as you would like. Whenever you do choose to conclude this experience, simply take a few deep breaths, return to your body in the present moment, and focus on your breathing before returning to your day. But do not return to a day that is ordinary and normal and mundane and monotonous. No. Return to a brand new day where every moment is a new opportunity to cultivate loving presence for self-liberation and personal power reclamation. Carry this sense of inner connection and open-heartedness and wonder and joy and bliss and ease and peace and freedom inside of your heart, no matter what else happens. Do not allow your day to be the ordinary day it would have been. Allow it to be an extraordinary day that has never been before and will never be again, and thus is a miraculous wonder filled with magic. But for now, please remain in this experience as you are on this path of pure gold, liquid gold still dripping from your body as you continue to release what no longer serves you. And please feel free to allow your body to shake or laugh or cry as things come up. And in this space, you are surrounded by dozens and dozens, if not hundreds, of different kinds of plants. You truly had no idea that nature had this expansive variety to it. There's so many different types of plants, different shapes and sizes and different tones of green and various other colors as well. Different shapes and wonders in the leaves and the flowers. And all of your favorite kind of animals are all in this space. You see your favorite kinds of animals, all the different animals that you love the most. You see so many of them, just lingering in loving presence and energetic being with you, celebrating you for you. And some of the animals are hopping and skipping and dancing and playing. You are surrounded by birds, including hummingbirds, which are so precious. So many different hummingbirds, each of them a different color. And the 3-foot-tall fairy-like creature who originally led you here is off in the distance a little ways in front of you, witnessing you and your inner children from afar with a great big smile on their face. And you are surrounded by 100,000 smaller fairies, little precious light orbs with delicate wings. And you can feel the love emanating from their beings in celebration of you. And you stay in this space of magic for as long as you want to, and you have any adventures that you desire allowing your imagination to soar as your heart opens and you connect with the 2-year-old, 5-year-old, and 9-year-old children in front of you, who are aspects at the core of you. From my heart to yours, soul friend, thank you for being here, and thank you for being you. Yadovore kayashki amate okoro kikayamashe tre ivo kokoria tia jokoro tre katya ishakama evo koro tia je kayamati trakatya jokoro adre ivo koria kikayamashe kokoria tra ivo shiame akayati okeavoshiar Grekaya tia jika trore vamashikaya tri ayashikaya mate avoria. I am sending you love and light, and have a blissful and blessed experience of your own divine consciousness.